It was no longer standing in front of them, just a wide, empty expanse of desert stretching endlessly in all directions. The moonlight illuminated the barren landscape, but the palace was gone, as if it had never existed. Where did it go? Mira whispered, her voice trembling. Kabir looked around, his mind struggling to process what had just happened. We need to get back to the car. The four of them turned to retrace their steps, but as they walked, something strange began to happen. The desert, which had seemed vast and empty, now felt confined, as though the landscape itself was shifting, closing in on them. "We're not going in circles, are we?" Ankit asked, his voice strained. "I don't think so," Kabir said, but doubt gnawed at him. Something was wrong, very wrong. They continued walking, the feeling of being watched growing stronger with each step. As they walked, the sand beneath their feet began to shift, almost as if the ground itself was alive. Every time they turned around, the path they had taken seemed different, distorted, and then, as if by some unseen force, the sky above them darkened, the moon disappearing behind heavy clouds. The winds began to howl, and the air grew thick with an unnatural fog that seemed to swallow them whole. "We're not in the same place," Mira said, her voice barely audible. Kabir turned sharply, his eyes scanning the horizon. "We need to stay together, no matter what." The fog thickened, wrapping around them like a suffocating blanket. Suddenly, the temperature dropped to freezing, and Kabir's breath misted in the air. The ground beneath them seemed to crack and rumble, as if the very earth was shifting beneath their feet. "Look!" Raghav shouted, pointing into the fog. "What is that?" A figure emerged from the mist, tall and clothed, its face obscured by shadows. It stood motionless, watching them with eyes that seemed to glow in the darkness. "That's it," Kabir whispered. The figure from the palace, the one who had spoken to them. But this time it wasn't just a figure. It was something else, something far more terrifying. The figure's hand rose, and the fog parted momentarily to reveal what lay ahead. What they saw made Kabir's blood run cold. The palace had returned, but it was different. The once majestic building now appeared decayed,